What's good, YouTube? It's your boy ATK Reacts back with another reaction, and today, I'm not gonna lie, bro, we're back with another reaction that I didn't know when the next time we gonna do one, but I was waiting for it, bro. One of my favorite things on YouTube I love to watch, Death Battle. They just dropped another one, you know what I'm saying? And we react to it immediately. They did Ant-Man versus the Atom. Now, if y'all don't know who Atom is, I always not know who that is because I used to watch the Flash Green Arrow, one of them shows. And I seen that character, you know what I'm saying? They have similar, you know what I'm saying? You gonna see what they are. They're really similar. And we're gonna see who we gonna think is gonna win. I'm gonna let y'all know who I got a little later on in the video. With that being said, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Get y'all popcorn and get ready for this. Alright, y'all, let's get it. Death Battle, man.
Marvel's founding member.
It's been a long time.
The Atom, DC's legendary Mighty Might. Good things come in small packages. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
You feel me?
We're just trying to get these out of the way.
That's disgusting.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Did you know that ants can lift 50 times their own body weight? That'd be like if you lifted a car straight over your head. I did, thanks to my fun fact of the day calendar. Also, Hawaiian pizza was invented in Canada yesterday. Well, I bet your calendar didn't tell you that Dr. Henry Pym,
let's learn about Ant-Man,
was considered a genius at a very early age. By 3 years old, doctors declared that he was smarter than both his parents combined. He eventually majored in biochemistry and became one of the most successful scientists in his
135
field.
Kind of small.
He had big ideas about shrinking the size of cargo to reduce shipping costs. Logistics. All of which made him a laughingstock in the scientific community and sparked a long-lasting insecurity.
Are y'all laughing? He got different ideas?
But he did it. He developed a working serum. He went from laughingstock to Christmas stocking. The much better stock, right behind Bean and Life. So, naturally, he tested the serum on himself, like any self-respecting scientist would, and shrank down to the size of an ant.
Naturally,
just when things started going south, a sweet little ant, let's call her Aunt Hathaway, swooped in and led Hank safely back to his lab where he could return to full size.
Shout out to my boy Ant.
The serum and became the superhero Ant-Man. Along with his new identity came a fascination in entomology, which makes total sense. Ants are fascinating. Did you know that ants can talk to each other in a bunch of different ways? Through touch, sound, or even sharing information by barfing at each other. It's actually called trophallaxis, and they're not barfing per se.
Oh no, what are they doing?
Passing
getting freaky up
mouth
there.
to mouth. Gross! Hank figured out how to communicate with his new pets.
Wait, in the comics, is Ant-Man, like, his powers, does it come from the serum, or is it a suit like in Marvel? I'm not sure. I'm not big on Ant-Man from the comics.
Helmet that mirrors an ant's antenna. And he's even developed genuine relationships with some ants, like Ulysses.
I did see the Ant-Man movie, the new one.
There, Hank developed a lot of amazing tech, like a stinger pistol that focuses his bioenergy into a stun beam, and image-inducing camouflage to mask himself as an ant. It worked so well, it fooled Reed Richards, the smartest guy on the planet. He also built a suit that runs on that nifty serum he made back in his lab. It lets him shrink thanks to the newly discovered Pym particles, named after himself. Classic Hank. And the Pym particle is the key to unlocking the fundamental constants of the quantum mechanics at play here. They enable you to decrease the distance between atoms. However, in order to do that, he'd have to change the Bohr radius, the ratio of electromass.
He getting a little too scientific for me.
Of course. Like how when you make a bagel pizza, you can't fit the whole pizza on the bagel. Believe me, I've tried. It's too small. You just gotta put less on. Sure, Boomstick. So the Pym particles are actually displacing mass to an alternate dimension in order to maintain that ratio. Oh, it's like having a second bagel.
I still don't get it. I hear you.
I get it. But if that were true, he shouldn't be able to punch with full-size strength if he has less mass. And he's definitely lighter, because
he's going crazy with the little moves.
Sweet antsy rides, like Vincent Van Gogh here. His mass is being replaced with massless neutrinos, but that doesn't adequately explain how he can have less mass.
So if they know this, why don't they make their own suit
at the same time? Sure it does, Wiz. Trust Pym and his particles. Look at the guy. He's explaining the whole thing while wearing a lab coat. What's more trustworthy than that?
Man, look at lab coat on.
You think you understand this? Oh, of course.
Hey, yo, that's Ant-Man back in the day.
Something about a boar, so I guess you wanted ham on that pizza, but I already made the pizza. Will you take that coat off?
You got lab coat on too.
Regardless, there is virtually no limit to Hank's ability to shrink. He can go beyond subatomic down to the underspace, a plane of existence below all realities in the Marvel Universe.
And Hank has literally changed his biology. He's rewritten his own chemical makeup to prevent anyone else from changing his size. And he's used Pym particles so much, he's now got an energy field around him that lets him change the size of people or objects on the
yo, this man.
touch or by straight up
this man got superpowers that we don't know about.
He's never shy about using them either. He eventually supplied his wife, Janet Van Dyne, with some Pym tech to become the Wasp, his partner in crime fighting.
The two
Shout out to the Wasp,
shoulders with A-listers like Thor, Iron Man, and the Hulk to take down Loki. Ant-Man and the Wasp were actually the ones that captured him and pitched the idea of forming the Avengers.
Unfortunately, Hank's insecurities started to creep back in, and he felt that if he wanted to keep up with the big heroes, he was going to have to think bigger.
But he started messing himself up.
A bunch of those Pym-powered alter egos like Yellow Jacket and Giant Man, where he can grow anywhere from 12 feet tall to so big he can enter the overspace, the polar opposite of the underspace.
There he met
former chairman of the
Eternity,
Avengers.
who
Wow.
called him Earth's Scientist Supreme.
Wow.
Something he won't let you forget.
Bruh.
He pushed himself to these insane heights, even though he knew the strain on his body could be fatal.
But he simply didn't care and kept pushing
Did
himself.
he die?
Thus, his greatest and worst creation was born. Ultron.
Yep, all the Man Tron was created
Ant-Man made
not
Ultron?
Tony like the movies.
Oh,
But
okay.
The mass murder butt thing turned out pretty much the same.
See, I know they be changing the
Big
comics,
swing
you
and
know
a
what I'm
miss
saying, a little
there.
bit. But
The
I know
fallout
that.
from
I did not know
Ultron
that.
left Hank in a bad place, to say the least.
Wow, he
his
made
guilt
Ultron?
made him feel like an utter failure, and that his best work was behind him.
Dang.
This led Hank to do unspeakable things.
Drugs?
A real low-life
Hey,
move.
yo.
And even though poor mental health doesn't excuse this behavior, it was clear that Hank needed help. He suffered multiple mental breakdowns, endured the physical toll of the Pym particles, and had bipolar disorder that went undiagnosed for years.
Well,
so
dang.
he finally did the best thing he could. He acknowledged his problems, got the help he needed, and committed to self-improvement.
Y'all make me think he can't win now.
Hank slowly started making things right. He rebuilt the
I ain't
West Coast
gonna lie.
Avengers, gave
They make-
Scott Lang his blessing to become the second Ant-Man, and finally defeated Ultron.
He created a backdoor Trojan infiltration code to defeat
Hank was the one with the
Ultron
white
that was
hair?
so advanced, it went on to replicate and evolve all on its own to create a new species made up of artificial intelligence.
They don't call him the god of modern AI for nothing. Hank has showed over and over again that he's an integral part of the Marvel
Where's he at in this
universe.
picture?
Not just by ways
I
of his
just see him.
scientific contributions or victories in battle, but by proving that heroes come in all shapes and sizes.
Why did I know he made Ultron? That's cool. That's
Ray Palmer was born your
let's
average
see Adam.
human-sized person. He grew up
I'm
in the
running for
Northeast,
Flash.
studied physics at Ivy
6 foot
University,
180. Okay,
and did
okay.
everything Mama and Papa Palmer told him to do.
See, Ant-Man's on 135. That's a little
Everything was
small. He
pretty typical
180.
for Ray until one fateful night when he took a walk to take his mind off a frustrating experiment and saw a meteor fall from the sky.
He ran off to the crash and found himself a life-changing piece of a white dwarf
Wait.
star.
thought
And
he was-
immediately started messing
Oh,
around
okay. I'm
with
about
it.
to say, I thought he was.
Who wouldn't?
I know he had
He
powers.
discovered that he could focus ultraviolet rays through
That
it
was a
and
suit,
shrink
too.
inanimate
I just watched
objects.
the shows.
There was just one problem. When he shrunk things, they exploded.
Oh,
Every time.
I do not see the problem.
I would've
Sounds
stopped
like
right
he
there.
found a foolproof way of blowing stuff up. Case closed.
bruh.
Ray was determined to figure out how to shrink objects without blowing them up. But first, he went on a hike with his nature club. And as a fellow
shrunk
scientist,
him?
I have to question his priorities.
But hey,
He's
it
drunk,
seems
huh?
to work for him. I support it. Different hikes for different mics, am I right?
There
While
you
in
go.
a cave, the ceiling suddenly collapsed, trapping everyone inside. After searching high and low for another exit, Ray found
He
a
probably did it on
small
purpose.
opening and had an idea. He could try to shrink himself down and get help, even if it meant he might explode before he got the chance.
Hey, yo.
But he didn't explode. I hope this story has a happy ending at least.
Perplexed, Ray determined there must have been something special about him that made him uniquely immune to the explosive fate.
Is it just you?
Something super scientifically convenient that we never get any more information on.
So he got to work and created himself a suit to harness the power of the White Dwarf Star and became
Oh, the White-
Atom.
White
Adam
Dwarf
uses
Star.
the White Dwarf fragment to decrease his size
Man,
while having control over
trying
his
to
density,
mind
which makes a lot
manipulation.
of sense considering that white dwarfs have the mass of a star, like the sun.
did not know that.
But their volume is more like the Earth's, making them among the densest objects in space.
Just a teaspoon of the stuff could weigh up to 100 tons. That's one strong spoon.
When Adam shrinks and shifts his weight, he's actually sending his
See
extra
Adam.
mass to a dimension called the mass zone.
Ain't glad I didn't like Adam in the show,
Adam
so.
could maybe live forever. At one point, Ray's apprentice Ryan Choi was murdered by Deathstroke, but willed some of his mass to the mass zone and was able to survive in that dimension. So these guys can potentially cheat death, but would be stuck there without any outside help.
It sounds like Adam gonna win.
Scientist to another,
but I like Ant-Man better.
Impressive is Ray's creation of the Bio Belt. That's what allows Adam to use the power of the White Dwarf and shrink while maintaining any weight from the material to his full 180 pounds. There's even been times where it's stated that he was able to become almost as dense as a white dwarf star itself for a few seconds.
The belt is also how he can travel through phone lines or through the air on currents or light beams. Over time, Ray has spread out the white dwarf power to other parts of his suit, and now the bio belt acts as a utility belt for his shrunken weapons and tech. It also prevents his size or mass from being altered by any outside
Adam sounds a little better, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. While he can only increase his size back to his natural 6 feet in height, his ability to shrink is near limitless. He can travel between subatomic space to the microverse, the foundation of all reality in the DC universe, where atoms become the size of planets.
Typically, he can increase back to his normal size with such force he can smash through diamonds. So if Adam increases his size too much while still within the microverse, he could blow up the entire fabric of reality from the inside out.
Hey, yo.
That size means that he can shrink small enough to rearrange atoms themselves.
What?
Yeah, Ray can take individual molecules and rapidly expand them to cook up a small nuclear blast in the palm of his hand.
Okay. That sounds fire. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds tough.
I just got that.
He also wants to solve the bomb by rearranging its atoms. At that size, he can move at the velocity of light. So fast and so randomly, he basically acted as a barrier between any and all possible atom combinations.
Okay, Adam, I ain't like you in the show. You sound a little cool.
Here for him to have super
like that, Adam.
Or awareness to comprehend being everywhere at the same time.
It makes total sense. If you're small enough, you can fit in almost everything, everywhere, all at once. Like how you can fit an entire pizza into a calzone, and then you have a whole pizza everywhere inside the calzone. Man, I get it. Science is pizza.
No! Science is all I have. Why are you doing this to me?
Bruh.
On top of all of Ray's amazing inventions and abilities, he's also got some more classic weapons, like a laser blaster and a freaking sword he used to fight a giant crocodile. Relative to his size.
That was when Ray was believed to be dead, but was actually just stuck at 6 inches tall and stranded in the Amazon rainforest, where he encountered an alien race known as the Catarthans.
What the heck?
This, he ended up leading a rebellion against their tyrant king and became the ruler of all the Kardashians.
And his heroism didn't
Why do you call them Kardashians?
The Atom was a very well-respected hero and was even asked to join the Justice League of America shortly after it was formed.
He fought alongside Batman and his best bud, Hawkman. You don't fight with those guys without picking up a thing or two.
Impressive combat skills aside, Adam's greatest contribution to the legendary team was always his incredible mind.
Intelligence.
He once created kryptonite inside of Superman by realizing that if he gathered up enough Kryptonian protons, they would eventually become radioactive.
While stranded in limbo, Adam realized that if the Flash sped up the rate of a nuclear reaction's stellar evolution to exhaust its core, they could turn a fire demon into a black hole and use it as a wormhole to get back to Earth.
He's a brilliant, hard-working, and determined scientist
that
never stops working on a problem until he's found a solution. I mean, if I figured out how to blow stuff up as well as he did, I would have stopped right there. I'm the hero that blows stuff up. Wouldn't even need to change my name.
Ray Palmer lived the dream, going from research scientist to legendary superhero.
Okay, hearing this all, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'd rather the Ant-Man win, but Adam got this. I'm not gonna lie.
Have just as much brawn to back it up.
Adam gonna win, though. I ain't gonna lie. Adam's definitely gonna win.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all.
All right, y'all. Like I said, bro, I like Ant-Man better. But Adam, he sound a little cooler. He sound a little better. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a minute since we've seen one of these. Y'all, I'm excited.
You should pick on someone your own size, relatively speaking.
Bruh.
How did you do this? It's laced with a particle I've never seen before.
Yes,
They're called Pym particles. And I'm Hank Pym, Scientist Supreme. You should have knocked.
Scientist Supreme, he keeps saying it. Oh, nah, y'all little... Look at these, I'm gonna flick them across the table, bruh. Dang. Oh, nah. He had like it was over him.
You're using pieces of a white dwarf star? That's cute.
Everything we needed already existed. You just needed to be smart enough to put the pieces together. Scientist Supreme!
Talking that smack. Catch that. Oh, nah. Someone gonna accidentally step on them and kill them both.
Did you know that at any given moment, there are about 2.5 million ants under your feet?
I mean, that makes sense, but why are you bringing that up right now?
Oh my. I might say 2.5 million. Yes, sir, you fought the sword. That's kind of tough. Ooh. Oh no. Yeah, Adam.
Took you long enough.
Bruh. What is that?
Okay, let's try this.
Oh, let me get the car big.
I'll hack his belt. You lay low and let
It's
me
not
know
gonna
what
work,
you find.
man.
Huh?
Nice try.
Yeah, nice try. Oh, nah, yo, put out the. He put out the flag. Yo, they started shooting.
If I search every
They said forget the hands.
Study their probability.
They get this shooting, yeah, they crazy.
Just might be able to.
The Microverse. Oh, nah, this man, Kamehameha. Yeah, Ant-Man is done for. It's over, Ant-Man, man. He got a sword and stuff.
What's happening? He must be reaching his limit. If we don't get out of here quick, he's gonna destroy all of reality. Now, my pets!
Now, my pets.
You have your tricks and your tools.
Well, Ant-Man might win?
I created
Nah, I feel like
something beyond the limits of human existence.
Ant-Man gonna win?
I operate on a scale you can't even comprehend.
Ant-Man gonna win? Wow. Over space. Oh, he got big. The eternity.
You can't be afraid to think big.
Nice. Oh, look at the animation. Ooh. But he not. But didn't he come back alive last time? Basically invincible. Oh, he won.
Ant-Man and Adam both had many answers to each other's abilities and arsenals. Both were
I
able
ain't
to
mad.
various weapons at a short
I thought
distance.
Adam was
Both
gonna win,
were
though.
trained in judo, and they both
Wow.
could obviously keep up with each other's ability to shrink at will.
Wow.
Well, there was one small thing Adam couldn't answer to.
And what was that?
The ants. Hank's bond
Oh,
with
okay.
his pets lent him some small advantages, and Ray just didn't have enough anti-ant tools
Wow.
in his bio build.
But in Adam's defense, the fact that he could punch with a fist packed with all of his mass meant that a close-up fight, while small, would leave Hank with few options since he can only punch with his normal human strength.
Sure.
Even still, all Ant-Man would need to do is keep his dissed ants with the help of his insect confidence and devise
Bruh,
another
stop
plan
it,
of
stop it,
ant
stop it,
attack.
stop it.
Something Hank has no shortage
Stop
of.
it.
For instance, Ant-Man could alter Adam's size thanks to the Pym particle field he generates. Hank would just need to stall long enough to remove or disable Adam's biobelt, and he's had no trouble hacking enemy tech in the past.
But even with the bio belt busted, it wouldn't stop Adam's ability to shrink since the white dwarf power is contained throughout his suit. Destroying the belt only meant that Ant-Man could alter Adam's size.
Whereas Hank has literally rewritten his own biology to prevent outside size alteration. And while Adam's abilities are definitely impressive, they are limited, and Ant-Man simply aren't, at least by comparison. Hank could always match Ray's size or just take the fight to the overspace where he would have the edge, both physically and mentally.
The overspace can mess with the human mind, but we've seen that Hank can handle it.
But if the Scientist Supreme is really so smart, why didn't he just immediately go up Adam's butt and blow him up from the inside?
What's wrong with you, Wiz? Aren't you a fellow man of science?
This is the meanest thing you've ever done to me.
Bruh.
Adam sized up Ant-Man, but in the end, he was the one who had to say, Uncle.
The winner is Ant-Man.
Not gonna lie, yo. I told you I thought Adam was gonna win, but I like Ant-Man better. So at the end of the day, did I really lose? You feel me? Shout out to my boy Ant-Man with the dub, you feel me? I ain't gonna lie, I really thought Adam was gonna win, because when they was describing their powers, I feel like Adam's powers just sounded kind of OP. They said he couldn't die, he had a white dwarf, his punches was mad heavy. Yeah, I was not taking into account ants. But shout out to the ants, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the ants. But shout out to Death Battle. It's been a long time since I've seen the last Death Battle. I'm happy they dropped this video. I've been waiting for a long time. If y'all in the comments, let me know who y'all thought was gonna win, and let me know if y'all was correct or not. And also, if you have any requests, any reaction videos y'all want to see next, let me know down below as well. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. We right there at 500. I hear 500 right there. Hit that sub button. It's your boy ATK Reacts. You feel me? And we out of here.